Hello and welcome to Cruise Control Extreme. We're here in Mooresville, North Carolina at Manpower to Horsepower to see a build that we're doing on a 64 Chevy Malibu that was given to us by Carolina Salvage over in Rock Hill, South Carolina. We're also going to be going to Rock Hill, South Carolina to see the Volkswagen Club and their cruising they did this summer. Stay tuned for a word for our sponsors.
This segment brought to you by, for service and integrity since 1976, it's the National Parts Depot. Visit online, npdlink.com. Order today.
For all your radio and communication needs, go to racingelectronics.com.
Hey boys and girls and blokes, I'm at Carolina U-Pull in Rock Hill where you pull the parts yourself to save money. Come with me now, we found some wild beasts. Well boy, you find everything you need here. Perfect vehicle for a safari. And look at here, I got a wild Mustang. Look at what we found here, Thunderbird. Here's an Impala, it's got some great parts. Here at Carolina U-Pull in Rock Hill, there's bugs all over the place here. Get off of me, would you? Ain't no matter what you call, they got the part right here. Carolina Salvage and Carolina U-Pull in Rock Hill.
Looking for a place with cold beer, beautiful people, and a great atmosphere? Try Boneyard Tavern. With bars indoor and out. Daily fun includes free pool on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Ladies' night with $1 beer on Wednesdays. And on Friday, bike night with wet t-shirt contests and 50-50 raffles. Live entertainment every Saturday. Come out and try our $1 bone juice shots. So remember, come see us at boneyardtavern.com or on Facebook at The Boneyard Tavern. Boneyard Tavern, where you can find cold beer, beautiful people, and a great atmosphere.
P&A Automotive and Performance is the new shop with familiar faces. Need your oil changed, brakes done, or your engine tuned? Even computer diagnostics is on hand. P&A Automotive are the professionals you can trust. Located in Monroe off Sardis Church Road, all their work is 100% guaranteed. Need an engine or transmission rebuild or swap? P&A Automotive will handle any type of vehicle. Call for a free estimate, 704-234-2974. Ask for Patrick or Ted.
Don't know what to do on Wednesday night? Come on down to Lancaster Barbecue and see the twist we've put on Wednesday night bike night. Ride on in and have a drink at the Hog Trough Saloon with live music every Wednesday, or step inside to our NASCAR-themed restaurant for the best Eastern North Carolina-style barbecue, buffalo wings, baby back ribs, chicken, and seafood in the area. Lancaster's Barbecue is more than just a destination. It's an adventure to remember. Visit us at lancasterbarbecue.com, and please remember to like us on Facebook.
I'm here with Sue Robertson, who's the president and CEO of Manpower Horsepower. And Sue, tell me a little bit about what you're doing here.
What we have here is a school that we run for disabled veterans. We are accredited, degreed, and we are all chapters approved by the Veterans Administration.
Right.
This program here, what we do with it is we rehabilitate them and acclimate them back into society post-war.
Wonderful.
They have a lot of traumatic brain injuries, a lot of issues. This car here was built by the guys. This is the ride-along. We call her Agnes.
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 Oh, cool.
She is their pride and joy. Matter of fact, she's getting ready to go to Du Quoin, Illinois this weekend with all of the school, most of the school, for the ARCA race this weekend. Here we try to make sure that everyone, it's a family setting. Everyone basically can get acclimated to everything. There's a lot of guys that have a hard time with, crowds, people, everything. Here, it's kind of like home base.
Right.
We make sure that basically everybody has something to do. They're all responsible for all the cars here, all the race cars. They take care of the car, maintain the car. They learn all the parts on the car. They pretty much learn everything about motorsports marketing, motorsports management, everything.
Wonderful. That's a fantastic idea. Did you come up with this yourself?
Yeah, we did here in the shop, and the boys really like it. So
That's great.
They do real well.
Okay, so we're going to be working with the 64 Malibu, which
Correct.
is, I understand they've nicknamed it the Figure 8 or the Crazy 8,
I
or
think
what kind of an 8?
I think it's a Crazy 8. I think it's a Crazy 8.
The Crazy 8 or the 8 Ball or something
like that. Yeah, we'll know when they get done with it.
Absolutely. Well, let's go check it out and see how it's going.
Good. Let's go.
I'm here with Matt Young, who's heading up this mission called the Crazy 8. And this is the crew that's going to handle tearing this thing apart. So, Matt, tell me a little bit about how you plan to attack this thing.
Basically what we start doing is we tear it down, We deal with the metal, strip the paint down, find problem areas.
Yeah.
You take the engine out and everything that we need to do to prepare it for the engine that we're putting in. We'll be putting a late model engine in with all computer controls.
Right.
And updated, update interior. Basically just make this thing a good driver that can be driven to Texas, to California, to Florida, and have an enjoyable ride that doesn't cost a fortune, and basically is something where somebody can really have some fun with.
Wonderful. So we're not going to make her a high-style Cadillac type vehicle. It's basically going to be an original vehicle with a little bit of highlighting and a little bit of updating.
Pretty much, it'll be a sleeper. I mean, we're going to do a lot to it. It's not going to be a full frame off to where every nut and bolt gets replaced, but something that's still going to be enjoyable and put a smile to everybody's face that's involved with it, that gets to drive it and hear it, and it'll be a nice piece.
Cool. Can you tell me how you came up with the name Crazy 8?
When it first came in, we all kind of looked at it and kind of sat in it and everything, and it's kind of got a funky little shift knob on there, and with the door locks, it's got the 8-ball in there. So we kind of try to name all our cars that come in here, and we figured that's a good place to start, and it'll go from there.
Cool. Kind of crazy to be working on this car, so it's the Crazy 8.
Yeah, crazy stuff happens.
I love it. Well, let's get to it then. You ready?
Oh, I'm on.
All right, let's go. All right, we've gotten a great start on the Crazy 8, and I'm getting crazy myself here. So if you'll stay tuned, you'll see how this whole thing comes together into a beauty of a classic car.
I'm the parent of 2 sons that drive every day. Don't let your parents receive the phone call that Doug got last year.
Last year, my 2 boys were killed in a car accident while they were driving fast, less than a mile from the house. There is a place to drive fast, and that's right out here where Clay and I do at the drag strip. Go to putonthebrakes.org to download a safe driving contract and learn what you can do to be a safer driver.
Yeah, probably be cool. How you doing? I'm Darius Rucker. Taking a moment from making music to be here with some of my friends. I'd like to tell you about a place. It's an amazing place where chronically ill children can laugh and play and forget about being sick for a while. It's Victory Junction, a NASCAR-themed camp where kids get complete medical care while they have the time of their lives, and it's all free. To learn more, visit victoryjunction.org and feel your heart race.
Okay, the guys are working on the front end of the car right now. We've already taken the hood off, we've taken the trunk lid off, they've already got the bumper off and the nose off. The idea now is to take the body off this chassis, we're going to brace it, we're going to weld it up, make sure that it doesn't twist on us, and we're going to see how bad the underneath is. Once it's off the chassis, we may have the chassis powder coated, we're not really sure yet. We're going to figure all that out as we go along. Just keep an eye on us and see how this thing turns out. Let's get back to it. Okay, they've gotten pretty far on this today. As you see, they've got the nose taken off. They've got all the wiring taken out of the front, the grill taken off. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull the interior out. We're going to pull the body off of this, and then transmission, engine, get it out of here, get it ready for the new one. I'd say just keep an eye on it. Let's see how it goes along, and we'll be talking to some of the guys that are doing this as we go along with this thing. Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Lou Santiago, and with all the cars I build, I don't have time to build transmissions sometimes, so I come to Bench Built Transmissions in Kannapolis, North Carolina. With over 70 years combined experience, these guys can build any transmission you bring in the door. They have a 2-year, 24-month warranty on parts and labor. You know what? You can't beat that in today's world where everything's falling apart and there's a lack of integrity running around the world like it's going out of style. Bench Built Transmissions, Kannapolis, North Carolina. Check them out.
P&A Automotive and Performance is the new shop with familiar faces. Need your oil changed, brakes done, or your engine tuned? Even computer diagnostics is on hand. P&A Automotive are the professionals you can trust. Located in Monroe off Sardis Church Road, all their work is 100% guaranteed. Need an engine or transmission rebuild or swap? P&A Automotive will handle any type of vehicle. Call for a free estimate, 704-234-2974. Ask for Patrick or Ted.
Looking for a place with cold beer, beautiful people, and a great atmosphere? Try Boneyard Tavern. With bars indoor and out. Daily fun includes free pool on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Ladies' night with $1 beer on Wednesdays. And on Friday, bike night with wet t-shirt contests and 50-50 raffles. Live entertainment every Saturday. Come out and try our $1 bone juice shots. So remember, come see us at boneyardtavern.com or on Facebook at The Boneyard Tavern. Boneyard Tavern, where you can find cold beer, beautiful people, and a great atmosphere.
This is Beverly with Cruise Control TV, and I'm here with Jeremy Muma from the Rock Hill Volkswagen Association. Jeremy, tell me about the event you got going on here.
We've been doing this. This is our 4th season that we've been out doing this. And what we do is this is all volunteered and sponsored. And you know, in this time of need, everybody's out trying to charge. What we do is we're a different group of people, so we have our own little thing here, a little niche. And we just have good fun and good people. We have the same people come out year after year, bring out nice cars. We spend once a month from 3 to 7. Just having a show, pretty much, giving out prizes and giving trophies. And Tommy Bailey and Dwayne Sly started this 4 years ago. And since then, we started with about 2 cars, and we're up to about 30 to 50, just depending on what time of the year and when it is.
Awesome. That's awesome. You've got some really nice specimens of cars out here for Volkswagens. Not only do you have regular Volkswagens, but you also have dune buggies, I see.
Yes, ma'am. We have various types of vehicles. We have, Things, Car McGee's, rail buggies, dune buggies, and we have rat rods. It's not who's the most money, it's just about having fun. And in our parking lot, in some things in the show, everybody's secretive about what they do with their cars. Here, everybody's helpful. If you need something, you can see around the parking lot, and where you look, when you get a chance, that you're going to see that people are talking to each other amongst it. This is a get-together. We're not as much as a show as we are a family event for everybody with RHV.
That's what I was going to say, is there's a lot of kids out here having a good time this afternoon.
Well, it's about everybody. And in this world, these little cars, people and their kids and family do a lot and spend a lot of time doing this. And this is something to bring back to the family, and that's what we need nowadays is family values, and this is what we have here.
That's awesome. Well, tell me this. How long is this event going on, and is there a charge?
There's no charge, and it goes on from April to November, and we don't have a show in July for July 4th because we're the first Saturday of every month at Penn Station, Love's Plaza, Cherry Road from 3 to 7. And like I say, it's free to the public. We want as many people as you can. And we don't pick the cars. The people in the parking lot, they judge on all the cars. Nobody that helps out during the organization picks any cars out here. It's all done by the people. And that's why we don't have any complaints, and it's a family thing because we're...
Wonderful, wonderful. And Rock Hill Volkswagen has something to do with this, doesn't it?
Yes, we designed Rock Hill Volkswagen. Tommy and Sly started, and we just kind of took Rock Hill Volkswagen. There wasn't a group, and we just started Rock Hill Volkswagen. Volkswagen Association, and it was just something that we had come up with just because we had been to other car shows and noticed our cars didn't get as much as a $50,000 car, which is no problem. But here, everybody's equal, and that's what we want everybody to understand here. If you have the starter car, well, this is the place to come. You can get parts. We got a parts guy over there. You can do anything you want. So it's not like, oh, well, my car don't cost as much as his. I don't want to come out. It's for the fun and the gathering as much as it is for the cars.
I think that's great, and we're going to have a great time today looking at your cars. I might check out a couple of them and interview a couple of the guys. Thanks so much, Jeremy, for having us.
Thank you, and y'all have a good one. Come out and look at the cars, and let's see you on TV.
We'll do it. Thanks,
Thank
hon. Okay, I have Thomas Baldwin here, and he has a rat rod that I think is just awesome. Totally. I'd like to get a little information about it. Thomas, tell me, how'd you decide to do this?
Well, it started off, it was just going to be a chop-top vehicle, and then we decided to go a little bit further with it, and we took 6 inches out of the complete body of the vehicle, lowered everything back down, welded everything back together, flipped the front end over to make the front end look like the car stretched out, and everything, just put some boat seats in it, generator gas tank, it's pretty much stock motor and everything.
Right, stock motor? Stock motor, it's a 71?
71.
Cool. I kind of sort of wondered how you got in the thing. Could you show me how? How do you fit them legs?
Right.
Kind of like getting a sardine into a can, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I hear you. Okay, come on out here. I want to talk to you some more. Thank you for doing that, by the way. That just was my curiosity of how you were going to handle that. And you told me that it's an automatic, so you don't have to worry about the clutch and everything in there.
Yeah, it's an auto stick car. A lot of people call it a slush bucket car, which means originally when you touch the shifter, it would go into neutral. But since the shifter is custom made, it's too heavy, so I had to put it on an electric button instead.
And how long have you had the car?
A year.
Cool. Well, thanks so much, Thomas, for taking time with us today. This is Chrome TV in Beverly. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Beverly, and I'm here with Brandon Carpenter at the Rock Hill Volkswagen Association Cruise in Rock Hill. Brandon, you got a 65 Volkswagen Bug here with some interesting things on the top of it. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's just I've always been into old bugs and all the old antiques, and I do landscaping things for a living, so I went with the Volkswagen thing, with the lawnmower thing, and a lot of this stuff's donated from other people that just see me at shows and things, and they say, I've got something you need. And matter of fact, the guitar came from a show. We were at a convenience store, and a guy thought we needed those, me and my brother, and he had a Beetle at the time that had a roof rack with antiques on it.
From what I understand, you change this stuff out at events?
Yes, I've got some sports memorabilia I put up there, everything from the correct era and everything. So.
That's totally cool. Now tell me about the car. Do you drive it often?
Yeah, 3-4 days a week. It's what I drive back and forth to work most of the time.
Wow. Is it an original engine?
It's the original size engine and everything. I've done some cosmetic work to it, but other than that, everything's original.
That's awesome. Brandon, I appreciate your time, and have fun with your Beetle. It's a great one.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this is Tommy Bailey, and we're looking at his Volkswagen Dune Buggy that he's built from the ground up. Tommy, tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it's a project that we started. It was a 2-year project. This is a 68 California Clipper. Myself and a friend of mine, Mike Goodson, we used to own a local muffler shop, and again, this was a 2-year project, and we just wanted to do something that was a little different than your average, ordinary dune buggy.
Well, tell me about these little bumps in the front. Do they mean something?
Yes, the chrome vents is off of a 1968 Super Sport big block Camaro.
Wow. That's cool. Pretty cool. So we have a Volkswagen Camaro mix here.
Yes, ma'am. It's a little bit different, like I say, than most of the dune buggies that you do see.
And you told me there was something unusual about the fender over here?
Yeah, we mold in the side pods. We Frenched in all the tail lights and the rear tag, and we kind of wanted to do things like they did it back in the 70s, and you don't see a lot of the French work done anymore.
I think that's awesome, and we're going to take pictures of the entire vehicle so that everybody can see them. Tommy, thanks so much for your time. This is Cruise Control TV. This is Beverly.
And I'm Tommy.
I'm here with Dwayne Sly, and Dwayne has this Cars type kit of a Volkswagen here. And Dwayne, I don't know a whole lot about this. Tell me the story behind this. You got it when it looked like this, but it wasn't as nice.
No, it was kind of in bad shape. It was about ready for the junkyard, and I brought it back from the dead to the living. It started out being just a regular driver, but my grandson asked me would I do it after the movie Cars, and that's the way it ended up with Lightning McQueen. And
it's awesome. It's awesome. Tell me, does it have an original motor, or is the motor souped up? Do you have anything extra added?
It's a stock 1600. It's actually a 1974 Beetle engine and drivetrain in it, and it's got 2 one-barrel carburetors on it, but it's still stock. It's just a good driver, all about.
Thank you. Dwayne, what else can you tell me about this car other than now? Do you drive it on a regular basis to and from work?
No, not necessarily. It's drove on the weekends. My grandkids, this is their car, believe it or not. I sometimes selling it. My wife said, them kids will disown you. You can't get rid of that car, so I guess it's found a home.
So you're the chauffeur and you drive them around?
That's it. That's it.
Sounds like an awesome job to me.
This car actually started out in Lancaster, South Carolina. There was a fellow down there that built four or five of these cars, and they still on the road. They've been built for about 20 years. And this one was actually the prototype, the first one that they built. And it's actually about 3 inches wider than the rest of the prototypes. And I know where the other 3 is at in Lancaster, but there was 2 in Rock Hill at one time. And one of them actually got killed. I mean, somebody run over the front end of it and tore it all to pieces. But I've heard that somebody is putting it back together right now.
Well, that's pretty interesting, but I got to ask you about your hat. It's from Cars. Did you make that yourself?
Yes, I did. That's another thing of my grandkids. They trick me into doing most anything I want to do. And I said something about selling it to somebody, and they had pitch a fit, and I'd like to have about 100 made like this. I could have sold them all.
So you're not going to let me take it home with me?
I don't think so. If you do, I might end up getting a divorce. So I better hang on to it.
You may have to come home with me then.
Okay, I can do that too.
Dwayne, thanks so much for your time.
No
and we appreciate you telling us about your car.
I just appreciate y'all being out here. It's made a pretty good crowd today, looks like.
We're having a blast here in Rock Hill at the Volkswagen show.
Thank you.
I'm here with Jamie Coffin this afternoon at the Volkswagen Cruise-In. And Jamie, this is an unusual Volkswagen here. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's a 1973 fastback Type 3. It's just a usual car, just in between the Beetle and the Squareback.
I see. How long have you had it?
About 1.5 years.
And was it in this condition when you got it?
No, I had it painted. My friend painted it for me. Just wanted to two-tone it, do something different, unique, classic.
It's gorgeous. It's really beautiful. I love the paint job and the rack and the dice and everything in it. Is the motor original? Is it?
Yeah, it's a 1600 fuel injection. So it's
cool.
It's stock.
I think it's an awesome vehicle, Jamie. I appreciate you letting us talk to you and look at it a little bit. And you have a fun day today.
Thank you, I will.
I'm here with Barry Green in Rock Hill. He's not going to Hollywood with me, but right now we're looking at his Thing. It's a 1974. And Barry, tell me a little bit about the Thing.
It's, in America they call them a Thing, and in Mexico they call them a Safari.
Okay.
But they were made for a cheap car for the military. Is how they began, and then they imported them here for 2 years, and Ralph Nader didn't like them, so that ended them here.
I hear you. It's an interesting contraption of a vehicle. How does it drive?
It drives a bit more stable than a regular Bug. Wind doesn't affect it. And I've seen a lot of them, didn't think much of them. After I drove it a week, I'm keeping it. I like it. It's a lot of fun.
I hear you. Even the seats in the back fold down, so you got a transport vehicle if you need it.
Yeah, you could lay them down, carry stuff in them, make a good old hunting vehicle or whatever. So.
Yeah. And the motor's the same as a regular Beetle?
Same as a Beetle, a little 1600. Pretty simple car.
I've always thought they were cute.
I hope somebody thinks it's cute.
Ugly, maybe? But no, I think the Thing is quite the thing, and I appreciate you talking to us about it today, Barry.
All right,
you have a good time.
Thank you.